I wanted to talk, not quickly, but like a short bit. If those who have been in the church and or were married, um, like I had thought for the longest time before had gotten married that I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I want to find the love of my life and blah blah blah, blah. And like it didn't work out with my ex fiance. And then for um like growing up in the church, we were taught so much that like you have to like basically forget all your needs and make everyone else around you ahead of yours. And so when it came to being with my ex, I realized that from all of what I was taught, I was making myself small to stay with him, and also like I'm speaking on things on my end, like of what I saw. Not, I mean, granted, he did his fair share of horrible things, but but it was just like on my side though, for why I kind of like put up with it. Like I was always trying to be the peacekeeper and trying to make sure everyone was happy in the house, even though I was usually not happy. And and like the constant and I think he knew, because I was a Christian, that he knew how to manipulate that, because he was not. And he like, and I'm not a believer anymore or a Christian, but like when I was like, oh no, I love him for who he is and it's okay. Um but like looking back, you see where we as women, when we're in the church, we are taught to be like peacekeepers, uh the good wife. So good wife does whatever they're told, which like it's so gross and infantilizing that the church teaches women to be children basically. You're not able to have your own structure, like your own thinking, because that's wrong. And that was also criticized of myself. Like anything I was wanting to tell him was not heard, was not allowed. My opinion meant nothing. And he made it very apparent that my opinion meant nothing. And if I knew something, he always had to double check it. Like he literally did. And like I didn't believe half of what he said anyway. Like if he said something, I was like, are you? I don't think that's true. So like, but he never wanted to believe me for anything. And like I just think it's because he for real thinks I'm stupid. And and like those things, like the infantilization of it, and um uh I don't know, like trying to like pinpoint some like patriarchal mindsets that were instilled, where like you're supposed to be led, um like be submissive, like, but the opposite of how I grew up was never gonna happen in that household. Like it was never gonna stick, because I was never taught to be self-reliant on anybody, especially in a marriage. It doesn't matter if it's married or not. You don't rely fully on a man, ever. And I didn't. I chose not to. And I think that's partially why he didn't like that about me, because I chose to not fully give up everything, even though I was broker than broke with him all the time. And I'm not a broke person. I know how to save my money. So like when it comes to that, I don't know, there's more, but I'll talk about it more then.